Hi guys, doing and welcome to another Arc Garage video. Today I'm gonna show you how to clean the throttle body on pretty much any Alfa Romeo with a twin spark engine. Even if you own the Alfa with the JTS engine, you can use this video as a reference. I'm also gonna do a ECU reset, so if you like the video, make sure to hit that like button and support our channel by subscribing and by sharing our content with the rest of Alfa. To do this job properly, I'm gonna use a 3/8 ratchet, a small 1/4 inch ratchet, the spinner handle, mid-size flathead screwdriver, the 10mm spanner so I can undo the battery cable. I'm also gonna use these old school pliers for them factory clamps, the 3/8 small extension, the large 1/4 inch extension, 7mm socket for another clamp. You're also gonna need a T45 Torx bit. I'm actually gonna use this CRV7 arrived bit, but it doesn't really make much of a difference. You're gonna need a T25 Torx bit to undo the ground on the throttle body, and to clean it I got some paper towels, I got the toothbrush, the scrubbing pad in case I can't remove some of the dirt, and lastly I got this carb cleaner, which you can of course use to clean your throttle body. Now the first thing that I'm gonna do, I'm gonna undo the negative battery cable, which is also the step 1 to our ECU reset. Now the negative battery cable has to stay off for 45 minutes, and I'm gonna use that time to clean the throttle body. So take your 10mm spanner, undo this little nut, and remove the negative battery cable. Next, I'm gonna take my mid-size flathead screwdriver. I'm gonna undo this factory clamp right here, and essentially I'm gonna remove this part of the hose. I'm not gonna remove anything else like mass airflow sensor. So pull this old vapor hose off. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. I'm gonna remove this factory clamp. I'm gonna also move this mass airflow wiring out of the holder. Now I'm gonna take my 7mm socket, and I'm gonna undo this clamp right here. Make sure that you undo it enough so you can get it out of the way. Alright, I'm gonna take the hose off, and as you can see right here, the throttle body is not actually that dirty. That's because when I was cleaning the mass airflow sensor, I cleaned this side of the throttle body. The back side is definitely gonna be more dirty. I'm gonna take this side off as well, and now I can get the hose out of the way. To get the ECU connectors off, press this part with a screwdriver, and now move this metal piece all the way to the right. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side as well. Next, I'm gonna take my T25 Torx bit, and I'm gonna remove the screw which holds the ground for the ECU, and that screw is located right here. Now it's a bit tricky to get to it, but if you move the main cables out of the way, you can undo it. Now keep in mind that you gotta be very careful. You don't want to drop it below. You are definitely gonna have hard time finding it. So undo it and remove it by hand. I got one more connector for the throttle motor. As you can see, all you gotta do is press on these little clips to undo it. Now I got the clips off and I'm gonna pull it off. Keep in mind that you got two more wiring holders. There's the metal one below, and here's this plastic one as well. And there we go. Now I can tackle the throttle body, and it's held in place with these four screws right here. There are two on the top and there are two more on the bottom as well. I'm gonna start with this top right one, then I'm gonna remove the two bottom ones, and the last one I'm gonna remove is the top left one. That way I don't have to be as careful to not drop the bolt below. I'm gonna get the ECU out of the way first. And now I can remove the throttle body. As I said before, I cleaned this front side when I was cleaning the mass airflow sensor without taking the throttle body off, but if we take a look at this back side, you can see that it's actually much dirtier. I'm gonna take my carb cleaner, I'll place some paper towels below, and I'm gonna spray the throttle body well from both sides. I'm gonna start with this front one, which is not as bad. Also make sure that you do this in the well ventilated area. You can see that this car cleaner is actually doing a pretty good job. The dirt is already coming off. You can use this quite generously. You don't have to worry about it damaging any parts. And as you can see right here, I didn't even try to clean anything, and look how much dirt already came off. I'm gonna move on to my table. I'm gonna take my throttle body, and before I continue cleaning, I'm gonna take one of my screwdrivers with the rubber handle, and I'm gonna push the throttle open, and I'm gonna stuck the screwdriver right here. That way I don't have to struggle with it, and now I can clean it up well. I'm gonna use my paper towels. I'm gonna put some car cleaner right on them, and I'm gonna wipe everything good. As you can see, the lot of dirt is already coming off. I'm gonna spray it again and repeat the same process. To get them hard to reach areas like these corners right here, I'm gonna use a toothbrush. Also, don't forget about this back part which sits on the intake manifold. I'm gonna clean it as well so it has a nice seal. Lastly, I'm gonna blow out everything with compressed air just to make sure that there isn't any dust or paper towel particles left inside. Finally, it's time to assemble everything. As you can see, the throttle body looks great. I'm gonna take my ECU, I'm gonna put it right on top of it, and I'm gonna fix it in place. The assembly process is of course gonna be the reverse of the disassembly. Put the ECU connectors back on, make sure that they are seated properly because you can easily break something or damage the pins inside. Right, there's one. Here's the second one. Also, don't forget to plug in the bottom throttle body connector and put the wiring back into the place. I'm gonna put the hose back on. To reinstall these factory clamps, I'm gonna use my old school pliers. Now I'm gonna put the negative battery cable back on the battery, which is also the step 2 of our ECU reset procedure. I'm gonna tighten it. Now to continue with the ECU reset procedure, take your key and put it into the mark position and leave like that for 90 seconds. After 90 seconds pass, put it into the off position and leave it like that for additional 90 seconds. After those 90 seconds pass, now start up your car and let it run for 15 minutes. Now don't touch anything like throttle or anything like that. After the 15 minutes of running have passed, turn the car off, but don't remove the key out of the ignition. Now leave it like that for 10 minutes, after which you can take your car for a ride. That would be all for this video. If you liked it, hit the like button and support our channel by subscribing and by sharing our content with the rest of Alfa.